All right, folks, welcome to Lesson 7. And this is where we get into the technicals. This is the juicy stuff. Lesson 7, which market to choose. Now, the main markets we have are Forex, futures, crypto, and commodities such as metals, right, gold and silver. These are the main markets that we have to trade. Now, your job is to pick one. You need to pick one and master that one market. Right? You have to know that market inside out. So, for example, if you choose Bitcoin, then you have to know Bitcoin inside out on all time frames, all the way from the 12 month all the way down to the 1 minute time frame, right? So step one is choose a market, decide, make a decision that I am a crypto trader, for example. Step two is absolutely dissect that market inside out. You should know that market like your name, right? So you should know the market like the back of your hand, like your name. On all time frames, you should know how a CRT plays out on your market, how often. You should be knowing the shape of different models on your market, right? Because yes, the concepts are universal, but they look slightly different in each market, which is something we'll see in the private group, in the group chat, right? But pick one market, master that one market, and know that one market like the back of your hand. Right? And then, after mastering that one market, then you may diversify. And if you see opportunities arise in another market, then you may capitalize on them. But not before completely mastering your market, knowing it inside out. And this is a point of contention for a lot of people because they don't want to pick, and from the technical lessons won't have PowerPoint PDFs, right? We'll be in the charts. The problem is that most people, most traders especially, they don't like the idea of facing themselves, which is why if they lose in one market, then it's very simple. It's very simple to simply go and say, you know what, fuck this market. I lost in Bitcoin. Let me go and trade euro. Okay, you know what? They stopped me out in euro. I'll go and trade futures. And just like that, hopping from one market to the other with no real understanding, no foundation, no base, nothing. Random gambling, just pressing the buttons for the heck of it. That's one kind of person. The other kind of person, and by the way, that one kind of person is most of you right now. And even after finishing CU, it's still going to be you because most of you simply don't have what it takes. And I'm not saying this to discourage you. I'm saying it so you identify that is the reality and choose to be part of the 1%. Those who trade one market and absolutely dissect that one market inside out. They know it on all the time frames for the past 10, 20, 30 years, right? So if I show you a chart, and this is something you've seen me do in public, right, is I have the ability to reproduce and identify the exact day if you simply show me any high time frame chart of any main asset class. Right, that's something I had to go through. Right, so memorize your asset class on all the higher time frames, especially for the past 10, 20, 30 years. Right, what does that mean? For example, those who need direct orders to learn. If you choose Bitcoin, for example, right? So if you choose Bitcoin, then I want you to go and memorize the entire Bitcoin weekly chart and monthly chart and daily chart for the past 10 years. Right? And if it goes back further, then further for the other asset classes. Right? And I'd even go ahead and go as far as saying that memorize even the 4-hour charts. Right? Right, so to summarize lesson 7, how to choose the correct asset class, or rather choosing asset classes. Step 1, pick an asset class. Step 2, dissect it inside out. Know it like your name. Specialists in life always get paid better than generalists. Right? So a general practitioner in medicine, for example, gets paid less than a specialist. And the same thing happens over here in trading. Those who specialize, and I know a lot of veteran traders who've been trading for the past 30, 40, 50 years, right? Like actual real veterans, not the clowns you see on social media. Right? And most of them have two things in common, and this is a very important insight. Write it down. First of all, they have mastered one chart of one asset class. They know it inside out. They know the exact time the high and low of the week are going to form on that asset class, for example. They know exactly when it moves and when it doesn't. And the second thing is they are short-term to swing traders. Nobody scalps. Right? No profitable trader is taking 100 trades a day. Right? And that marks the end of lesson 7. I hope you found this insightful. And a reminder to make sure to rewatch every single lesson multiple times. Excuse me, multiple times, because every time you rewatch the lesson, you'll pick up on something you missed during the previous times. And anyone of you who thinks that they can gather all the information and learn everything from the first time, you can't. You're wrong. Stop being arrogant and rewatch it again. It's for your own good. I can't force you, but I can remind you. Right? Don't cheat yourself of a complete learning experience. Rewatch the entire thing multiple times with notes. I hope you found this insightful. I wish you good luck, good trading, and see you in lesson 8.